Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. This is Channel Messages. It is Friday. Happy 4th. Actually, it's not Friday right now. It's Thursday, but I will be celebrating with my family, having a barbecue, so I will not have time to record tomorrow because suddenly I have things that I did not volunteer, but I guess it's volunteering, so I will be put to work. And so I'm recording now. Okay, so video will come out tomorrow. I'm recording now, Thursday. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope your week has been manageable. Mine has been pretty good for the most part. Just, what's going on is what's going on. We're in July. Things feel like they're heating up. Par for the course, I guess. I hope we're taking care of ourselves. I'm trying to take care of myself. Energetically, I feel I'm trying to get back to calm because what I did something. I happened to glance. I was looking through YouTube, and there was a video about Donald Trump supporter. It popped up on my news feed. Mostly, I'll just say don't recognize, And I looked at it, and I looked at another, and another, and I noticed after I looked at them, I was in my kitchen, and I was like, man, I feel chaotic. And things just started feeling stressful energetically inside for me. And I don't like that feeling. And so I said, do not recommend this channel to me. I don't know how I got on I don't know why that happens. But anyway, there's just something about their energy that is just chaotic. And as I was setting up to record, I was thinking about it, and I was like, I am not getting involved in that energy. I can't watch them. They are just, I don't know, it's a different kind of energy that's not normal. And I'm not saying it this isn't a bash session, but I realized these people need help in some way. Karmic help? I don't know. But anyway, I was like, get me out of that. Okay? So I'm not going back to that. Long story short, the moral is don't watch those things. So today I am again channeling Edgar. Man, I hope I'm not channeling him too much. I don't feel, he's always pretty open to me when I ask him questions, but I feel like I don't want to waste his time, but he's my spirit guide, but still, it's just, I like to be courteous. And I don't want you guys to be like, oh gosh, you're doing him again. Not to think you guys wouldn't say that. It's just my own stuff, my own brain, but I want to channel him and ask him some things about the election. Okay. Because I actually was I was racking my brain, like, what can I ask him? What can I ask this man? And I said, I'm going to ask him about the election. Straight up, some questions. And today, it's so funny how the universe works, but a friend of mine, Shay, hello Shay, if you're listening, she sent me a text let me find it. I'm getting through all of my other texts. And I think this is a post from Rosie. I think so. But it's a picture she sent me. I'm assuming this is Twitter. and it's a Russian, a handler, I guess. What is his name? It says Artem, and I'm not even gonna try to say that second name, but it says here, I'm sure you guys saw it, but it's not just who counts the votes, it's who writes the code that counts them. Project 2026 audits the stack. Elon, you know this is true. I don't even know. Okay, I don't, I could assume. I'm gonna ask what does that mean? Listen, my aesthetic is confusion, okay? So that's what he said. And there's more things coming out. People are just talking about it more. What's happening with this ridiculous stuff. And I was just saying, like, yeah, this is, I did see things coming out this month. But it's just like, all right, so who's going to pop off? Who's going to say, who's going to show what's going to happen, So, there's words and things, and then I need, so I'm just sort of observing everything. But I do want to channel Mr. Edgar about, election interference, and try to do some sort of deep dive psychic exploration with him and see what he has to say. I know like politics wasn't his thing, really. But he seems open. I feel so connected to him. And sorry, I got distracted by something. Yeah, so I just feel like I have found someone, not to say my other spirit guides, but they all offer me different things, and his is the most explicit. I understand he's sort of just he is a straight shooter with his words, and I get that. I appreciate that. Anyway, I've been talking a lot. How long have I been talking? Oh, 7 minutes. Okay. I'm also going to channel Kamala because I want to talk to her. Okay, so I'm sorry for the fan in the back. I might turn it off, but it's really warm. So when I get hot, I get cranky, and I don't want that to happen. So let's start. Let's everything I say here is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say here is for informational purposes only. Everything that is said here is alleged, also in the comments, okay? All right. If you want a personal reading, you can click more in the description of this video, and the link will be there. If you have no idea how links work or how the more button works or where it is, you can email me, moonlightenерgy15@gmail.com. That is one full word, moonlightenergy15@gmail.com. Okay? And I'll send you that link. All right. So let's start. I'm going to light a candle. Let's just pull the fan. Yeah, this candle is... I'm going to get a new one. This candle has had it. I need to buy more. I'm running out. Okay. Why is this wick so... What's going on here? Alright. I should cut this wick, but I don't feel like it. Alright. This candle is different from all the others. It doesn't fit. Okay. All right, let's see here. Let's do an invocation. Okay. Edgar Cayce, seer of spirit and soul, I call on your vision and light and truth. guide me with clarity and compassion as I speak insight into the timelines unfolding and the deeper lessons shaping our world. May your words be clear, your presence gentle, and all that comes serves the highest good. Okay. He said, yes, I'm here. Okay, hello. I'm sure you all know what I would like to ask you. He said, yes, you can ask your questions. I'm here. Okay, so I'm going to ask my first question. Okay, I'll ask this. What is the soul level purpose of Donald Trump and Elon Musk's collaboration during the 2024 election? He said that is an excellent question. He said their soul level purpose is to do harm. They are each hiding secrets to be discovered. They will be discovered. Elon first and Donald second. Elon's will be about his past, which directly affects his present and his future. Donald's will be more complicated because his... Wait, what does he say? He's saying, how did we get here? That's so interesting. He's saying, Donald is... this is the only question I will ask about these people. Donald is more complex because his secrets will be protected for reasons of national security, but he will be exposed. Just not in the way that we think. What do you mean by that? This is... He's saying, I don't, well, what I'm about to say is what he's saying. He showed me the American flag burning, first of all, but I'm going to put a pin in that. But what he's saying is he will deny, DT will deny all culpability and they will accept it. And he's saying fall guy. He's saying he's looking for Elon to be the fall guy in this massive fraud, screw up, whatever you want to call it. That's what he said. That's how he said it. He's saying, though, he's saying it won't work. People will be so angry about the truth that they will have no choice but to do something about the president, he's saying. Who's they? He's saying Congress. And again, I'm seeing images of Donald Trump sitting in front of microphones. A bunch of microphones in front of him. People asking him questions. Whew, this is crazy. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. How is this event reflecting America's collective karma and spiritual evolution? It's very simple. Truth is the most powerful tool in the spiritual realm. It is undeniable. Seeking the truth and knowing the truth. Telling the truth, accepting the truth. The spiritual evolution within itself. For every 10 lies, there are 10 truths. Karmically, America has to come to a truth that is painful. And he's saying, I told you this. That last statement. He did. I remember saying that out loud. The truth is that there is a bigger meaning to all of this. It's not for nothing. He's showing me water being released like a dam. He's saying for every negative there's a positive. Nothing can be all bad. It's improbable. What's a deeper energetic consequence for those involved in orchestrating these actions? He's saying they have been cut off from a part of the world that offers the most rewards. How will justice or truth be sought in this situation, or how can it be pursued? It will be pursued. It is being pursued. It will be like a drop of water. It will be a ripple effect. He talks so fast and he's saying so many different things. He's using a lot of water analogies today. First of all. But he's saying like having a little bit, I'm not having a hard time keeping up, but it's a lot. It's a lot. He talks so fast. Okay, he's saying he's saying words. He's telling me, okay, look at it like this. He's like, there'll be ripple effects. And then he switched gears and now he's saying like a tsunami. You know when the water goes, when it leaves land completely and it goes back into the ocean because a giant wave is coming. That's what he's talking about. In terms of justice and truth being pursued and consequence. He's saying, people won't be aware of this at first. People are sleeping, he's saying. you have to understand how this will unfold will be very strange. That's what he said to me. It will come from a place no one expects. He's talking about the news. He's talking about an article again. He's saying that again. He said it will be so unexpected, but it will pick up. That hasn't changed. What role does each individual's consciousness play in allowing or resisting these manipulations? As you can see, more and more people are asking the question, what happened? This is confusing. It is a real difficulty to see something with your eyes but believe something else. You have to listen to yourselves. It is not as simple as them voting out a woman. It's much more dangerous than that. And he's saying, like, this idea that America just didn't want a not only a female president but a black woman as president. He's saying that's not the truth. You know that's not the truth. He said you must wait until the month ends. You will have your answer. He's showing me the article. I'm trying to see the words. It looks like it. I see. All I see is the question, did Trump win? The rest of the words look, the rest of the words look like they're in another language. The rest of the words, honestly, that shape looked like it was in Russian. Interesting. And he's saying yes, just wait. He's saying someone will see this and it'll spread like wildfire, and he's showing me people clicking like, people sharing it, reposting it. Interesting. What is this most important spiritual preparation for the times ahead as this truth unfolds? He said prayer. He said pray for something good. Focus your energy on what is good. Focus your energy on continuing to move forward. Very soon now you will not have to look back, only to learn your lessons from the past. That is when you should look back. How can we protect ourselves energetically from distortions created by powerful tech, media figures, this government itself? He said that is a difficult question. Sharing information with each other, ensuring that is simply the correct information. We are well versed in who lies and who tells the truth. Finding those who exist with integrity. They are out there, I'm sure. What does Spirit say about the potential for future elections to be more aligned with divine will? He keeps referencing. He said there is massive change, and he keeps referencing something I was watching on YouTube about. He said something I was watching on YouTube about a dictator who there was a communist, I forget his name, in Romania in the 70s, and he said I showed that to you. I wanted you to watch that. And because he's been referencing that since I channeled him, and I've just kind of not been acknowledging it. But he's referencing that. But I was watching that, and he came into power, this man, through these promises, and he said one thing, he turned out another way, as they usually do. But the narrator said cult of personality. That's how people really got into this man, this cult of personality, and this worshiping this person. And it really made me think of what we're dealing with now. But it didn't turn out well for him and his wife or his children. But turned out really, really bad. People resisted, and the government, I mean, this is Europe. They're wild over there. But anyway, but like I was saying, the military started, it was so much resistance because they were just doing acts of war against their own people, human rights violations, genocide, essentially. It was so oppressive, and people started to resist completely, fully, to the point where the military was not taking orders from this man, and they pushed him out. And everything changed. And I'm watching this and I'm like, wow, this is, you caution saying, like, we can't get to that place. I kind of feel like in the energy, Edgar shaking his head no. I feel like, so much about this country and freedoms, and every state would need to be under one rule. Technically, yes, but individually, states make their own, make their choices. So it would have to be a really huge overhaul for something like that, similar to happen. But it just made me think about change and people resisting. It was the people who were just like, nah, we're not dealing with this anymore, y'all. It was so much resistance and pushback to the point where the government itself and the military was like, nah, this has to stop. They refused to take orders from the person who was supposed to be in charge. So I'm not saying that will happen here. I'm just saying, I'm talking about change and massive change. Okay? And that's what Edgar is referencing to me. That's what he's referencing. This thing I watched today, that's so interesting. And what he is saying in terms of the question I just asked with future elections, it'll be so different. So much will be changed. Things are just, honestly, this is me talking, what he's been telling me, and just things are going to be in shambles. The system is so broken. It is like on its last leg. It is limping. It is, so. And he's saying it is already aligned with divine will. And it's saying it already is. What time is it? He's saying, look for the next month, into this month. Look at the end of this month. Look into the next month. He's saying pay attention. Okay, I will pay attention. That I will pay attention. What am I paying attention to? He said, you'll feel it in, he said the news. But he's not telling me to go watch the news. He's saying you'll feel it in the energy. He's saying you already do. Okay. All right. That's all I have. Thank you for taking the time to chat. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna blow this out. Okay. Okay. Edgar Cayce, my spirit guide. I feel really, anyway, so I hope that resonated with you guys. I mean, things are I wish you could feel in my body what I feel. The calmness, just waiting and observing and connecting, and this is, it's things are getting interesting. I'll say that. Interesting. Okay, let's do Kamala. Let's see. I haven't channeled her in a while. Let's see. Kamala Harris. Let's see what's going on here. A flash of her at a desk writing something, and then she didn't look up, but another flash of her just standing, smiling, saying, "Hi, how are you?" I don't even know what I want to ask her. How have you been? What have you been up to? She said, "I have been working. I have been keeping busy. I have been doing what's most important, which is taking care of myself. I have been great, actually." She's very much in a good space energetically. I could feel she's happy. Good for her. What have you been working on? I have been working on time, managing my time in a way that benefits me the most. Okay. Time is funny because now I have a lot of it. And I can sit here and watch what I need to watch. How do you feel about the current status of this country? It is really awful. She keeps mentioning time. That's very interesting. I hear her say the time is now. I keep hearing her say that over and over. She's not talking to me when she's saying that. Time is now. The time is now. We have to wait for the right time. It's important to wait because then you have more when you wait. More information and more ways to move forward. She's showing me a clock and it's counting down. I'm trying to see the numbers. What are the numbers? I see a 2 and I see a 9. It's a very slow clock. It's a 2 and a 9 with other numbers counting down. The 2 and the 9, I don't know, is it days? What is that? Is that days? She said it is days. It's going so slow. It's not like a timer when it goes fast, the numbers. Interesting. Why are we so focused on time? Why are you so focused on time? Because I have nothing to do but wait for time to run out before I move forward. She used another word, but then I heard her say move forward. Okay. Does this have anything to do with your future? And she's saying, yes, it does. Yes, it does. I asked her, could you give me some words about how you feel about your future? And she used the word elevation. And she said, I'm only going up. Okay, what time is it? Okay, she went quiet. All right, that is all I have. Okay, I didn't ask her about. I've asked her enough about the election, you know. And the last thing she said to me was, "I'm just watching, observing." She knows what it is. You'd have to be, anyway. But that was it. That's all I got. Please like the video. I hope this resonated with you. I did. Someone had asked me during the live. I'll probably talk more about it. But someone had asked me during the live last Saturday if she will still fight, and I said no, because there will be a situation where they'll have to come to her. Okay? Which will be very interesting. We'll see, you know. That's what I see. That's what I was told. That's what I feel very strongly in the energy. But like I said, like Edgar told me, and I told you guys, it is a lot to get through before that even is a thought. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to step away from here. I'm going to end the video. Please like it. Please subscribe. Don't forget, Saturday will be my next live. So for those of you who weren't able to make it, try to make it. I appreciate it. You don't have to, but 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday. Okay? I will put a reminder up on Saturday morning so that you guys could get the notification. Also click the notification bell if you haven't. See, I'm trying to get into the zhuzh of YouTube and how it works. Okay? So I will see you guys again soon. Bye.